Hello.
Hi.
Hello, are we together here now? Can we start?
We're with you, man. Ibrahim,
Hello,
please off
class.
your mic. Ibrahim, please off your mic.
Hello, class. Are we back? Can we start? Can we come?
No, yes, ma'am.
Yes, afternoon. So where did we stop?
Stop at type of reliability. Reliability.
Hello? Reliability.
Yes, types.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have done with the types, unless there is a question.
No.
We are done with the types of reliability.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just come now.
Actually,
Is Juba talking to us?
a letter reliability.
Okay, if I heard you
Yes,
well.
ma'am. I said we got the first two.
Okay, it's the last one that I didn't get. It's all right, we'll go through it again, even the first and the second one and the last one, so that we will be in at the same level. Okay, so we are looking at types of reliability, and we said for this lecture, we considered only 3 types. Maybe when you get to another source, you may, but the major 3 types: test, retest. That one is within the interval of time. Whether the passage of time has changed or nullified the responses. And then we have the iterators, that's different researchers checking the same thing. Is it the same information they are getting? Then the third one, the internal consistency, means across the items. That is, if you have one research instrument, you can have a way of double checking whether what was answered before is still the same, is still valid, is still reliable. So the first one, we have given example. I say that's what majority of you use for your research work, for the case of your research work. The second one, different researchers about it, are they the same? Then the third one is the internal consistency. Is the one that I was explaining, and I remember I used food security to talk about that, and I was talking about you asking a question at different sections of the research instruments, like your questionnaire. You are asking different questions. The aim is to know whether there is a consistency in the answer. Hello?
Hi, ma'am. We're following you. Thank you.
Okay, I said the aim is to know whether there's a consistency in the responses you are getting. So I can ask in different ways one question, but I can ask it in different ways to check whether what I am looking for is consistent. The answer you are giving me for that particular thing, is it consistent? So that is the internal consistency. It's the same questionnaire, but you are asking it in different forms, in different ways, to collaborate whether what you have is the same with the earlier response. Somebody can tell you that he has annual income of 5 million, and when you are asking the person about the assets he has in the house, he does not even have let me say, he doesn't even have, let me not use television, but maybe the one that is a means of transport. He doesn't even have bike to start with, motorcycle. He doesn't even have, maybe the highest thing he has is barrow. He doesn't even have bike, the bicycle. But he's telling you that his annual income is 10 million. So you are trying to balance the two things. Is it really the truth that is 10 million enters your hand yearly? But look at this question, is not consistent with this answer that you have given. So it helps us to reshape our research instrument, so that if you see that there is a lacuna in this aspect, you go ahead and then address it, so that you will get a good research, a good work done. So that is all about types of reliability. Then we'll go and look at validity. Unless there is a question, if not, we'll go over to validity. Validity, here we are looking at the extent to which a procedure measures what is intended to measure. The extent to which a procedure measures what is intended to measure. And validity is all about accuracy of the measure. Accuracy of whatever you are doing, is it accurate? It's different from consistent. It can be consistent, but not accurate. I don't know whether you're following. Please let me get a wave or a yes so that I can continue. It seems to me that.
Yes, we are following.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So you can now already see that if I ask you to differentiate reliability and validity, you already know what to say. Yes. Is there any difference between them, or are they the same? Okay. I take that to be that you know that they are different and they are not the same. So validity talks about accuracy of a measure, accuracy of the research instrument to measure what is supposed to measure. Whether the result really do represent what they are supposed to measure. If research has high validity, which means it produces results that responds to real properties, characteristics, and variation in the physical world. So if it's accurate, if your research instrument is accurate, it means that your research work or research finding will be close to what happens in real life situation. So high reliability is one indicator that is true, a measurement is valid. If it has high reliability, if it's consistent. But it doesn't mean that if it's consistent, it's valid. So if a method is not reliable, it probably is not valid. Validity assesses whether the web of empirical relationship align with the theoretical relationship. if there is a relationship, if there is accuracy, then there will be an element of relationship between the findings and the theory that's already existed on ground. Theories that support the research. So by your research work or research instrument being valid, it means that there should be a level of relationship between what you have found out, empirical work you have carried out, and what is already established as a theory. If the thermometer shows different temperature over time, even though you have carefully controlled condition, the thermometer, the sample's temperature stays the same, the thermometer is probably malfunctioning. Actually, we use this example wrongly when we are talking about reliable. It's supposed to be accuracy. Like if you are wearing a wristwatch and the wristwatch is not showing you accurate time, it's as good as not wearing anything. It's not valid. So if you have anything to measure and it's not measuring what it intends to measure, then the whole thing is not worth it. It's not valid. It's not as if you are wasting time. You wear a wristwatch and you are asking people what is it. Hello, class. You are wearing a wristwatch and you're asking somebody, please, what says the time? So you don't miss that you are just wearing it to complement your clothes. It's not for the accuracy of the time. So if a wristwatch fails to keep time, that means it's no longer valid. If a thermometer cannot keep to measurement of temperature, you put it in the armpit of a patient and you cannot, it doesn't rise up, it doesn't fall, it just stays there. You put in another person's body, it's the same thing. That means something is wrong with the thermometer, is not working, is not valid. So in the same way, if you're going to the field with a research instrument and the research instrument did not measure what you tend to go and measure. You have cases of people that go to field and you hear them when they are doing a seminar, post-field seminar, they tell them that they have to go back to the field. You have to go back and come back again and represent. That means they have to go to the field. There's something faulty in their research instrument. Their research instrument failed to measure what it intends to measure. That means they didn't cover what they are supposed to cover. Maybe instead of covering what they are supposed to cover, the team is went and they were collecting data that were irrelevant, just like I said earlier. So it's only the relevant data that you are supposed to collect, and it should be the ones that will help you to achieve all your objectives and your hypothesis, as the case may be. So if you have anyone that if you are in the field and you are just collecting it for the fun of collecting data and not actually to see that these data are the ones that will help you to achieve what you are supposed to achieve, then that means the effort is what is defeated. So this is what validity is all about. And for my side, I can ask you to differentiate validity and reliability. And I know that you can do that. But for a write-up, validity, in the validity aspect, you are supposed to choose, this one I wrote assignment, the different types of validity. There are so many. Sorry. There are so many types of validity. So I don't know which one appeals to you so much, but I didn't even list it because you are supposed to at least contribute that one to the work. So I leave it for you to list them. It's just to list them and then to you know what each of them means. I think you can do that. Can you do that? Can you do that for me? The types of validity, there are so many. You have content, construct, phase, predictive, construct. There are so many that.
Are we supposed to do it and submit it, or we should do it then have knowledge about it?
You will submit it. Submit it. Let me see what you have, whether it's in order.
Okay.
So
Okay.
just for it to do the, and then from there you will now choose the one you use for your work, because you are supposed to write validity in your report. After the reliability, you don't talk about validity. Validity is in sense of how did you make sure that your research instrument is accurate? How did you ensure the accuracy of it? What did you do to it? How did you ensure that, oh, this questionnaire I'm taking to the field is really going to collect relevant data for me that I will use for my analysis? That is what you are supposed to write. How did you ensure that? Some of the write-up we normally see, our students will always say they pass it through the lecturers or the supervisors in the college, in the department, to ensure that they obtain the face validity or content validity, anyone that you want. But the idea is, how did you ensure that what you are going to the field to collect, the data you are going to collect, that your research instrument will collect it for you, will be adequate for you to collect it. So from the types, you'll be able to choose the one that appeals to you that you are going to use. Is that okay?
Okay, ma.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So when are you going to submit that as assignment, the assignment?
Should we submit through email or because we are?
Email, these people are too many. My email will be too full.
So
Let
we
me
are
just
coming for 1 week revision after the lecture.
Okay, 1 week revision after the lecture. Then you come with
Yes,
it.
then the exam.
Okay, that will be fine. That will be fine.
But
Okay,
it's as if you're giving us 2 assessments now.
this one is a simple one. You can even do this one now, or even after this lecture. That one is very, very the simplest one, you know.
Yes.
But the other one is the one will tarry till end of the lecture.
Okay.
So, how to ensure validity? How to ensure validity is our next slide. Number one, a way to ensure validity is to choose appropriate methods of measurement. It's for you to choose appropriate methods of measurement. Ensure that your methods and the measurement techniques are high quality and targeted to measure exactly what you want to measure. They should be thoroughly researched and based on existing knowledge. For example, to collect data on a personal trait, you could use a standardized questionnaire that is considered reliable and valid. If you develop your own questionnaire, it should be based on established theory or findings of previous studies, and the question should be carefully and precisely worded. So what we are saying is that you should choose an appropriate methods of measurement, so that it will not be when you come. Okay, let me give you an instance. Maybe I should be writing all these instances that I'm giving, so that it will, when you are reading, it will go down very well with you, because these ones are not part of the slide. Like when you want to go to You are going to the field with a questionnaire. Hope you can hear me.
Yes, ma.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. My video that I put on, is it helping or is it distracting? So I decided
It's
to remove it.
too well. It's helping too well.
No option.
Didn't get anything at the end. Everybody talked at the same time.
Well,
Okay,
it's
let me
getting
continue.
too well.
Okay,
It's
The video
helping, ma. Put it on.
it's okay. I felt you
Yes.
should be seeing, at least you be seeing my face as I'm talking.
Exactly.
No,
that
your
the-
face is appealing, ma. It's appealing. Oh, hala.
These people, when I don't kill me, I beg. Okay, so let me see. At least don't be distracted. If you are looking at your screen, you see my face. The person that is talking to you is not bad. So I said, for instance, I want to give you an instance in this choosing appropriate method of measurement. You want to go to the field like I did. I went to the field and I want to ask a question. I asked a question in my questionnaire that, okay, I worked on soybeans marketing. So don't mind my always going to agric, but I can't help it for now. But with time, I'll get used to
It's a good
sustainable.
one, ma. Carry on, carry on.
Okay. So I went to the field, and one of the questions I asked in my questionnaire is I want to know each marketer's capacity or each marketer's mute yourselves, distraction. So I wanted to know Kema column. Kema column, please mute yourself. So I wanted to know how to classify, okay, the level the marketers are operating, whether they are large people I can classify as wholesalers, or the people I can say they are retailers, so that I'll know their level of participation in the market. So it's not that, just like the reliability stuff we talked about, I can ask you, it's not wrong for me to ask you, are you a retailer? What class of middlemen are you? I can ask that. But I have another way of getting to know your class. So that is just that consistency we are talking about in that valid reliability. So I can ask you, what's the quantity of soya bean you handle in a week? That's a typical question I can ask in my questionnaire. What's the quantity of soya bean that I can handle in a week or in a month? Let's use a month, for instance, so that I can accommodate everybody. So by the volume of your trade in a month, I will be able to know that, okay, this one is a retailer. This one can be classified as a wholesaler because of the maybe large volume of trade you have. So what I'm saying in this aspect now of validity, using appropriate measure, I need to tell my respondents in that questionnaire the units of measurement that I need, because in different markets they have different units of measurement. Even when you say bag, the bags are different. So if I ask that question, what is the quantity of soya bean you trade in a month? You don't leave it open, because some trade in basin, Some will tell you, will write for you 10 basins. Some will tell you mudu, 200 mudu. Some will tell you 10 bags. And in the 10 bags, they are not the same. We have 50 kg bag, we have 100 kg bag, you see. So choosing appropriate method of measurement, I need to specify the units of the measurement. So in my case now, when you go to the market, you see people measuring in mudus. They are still middlemen that I'm looking out for. They are still my respondents. Some in bags, some in kg, some in. So, but how do I make it so that everybody, everything will come up to the measure that I would like to see or that I'm looking for? So in that case, I have to provide the unit that I'm looking for. So it's not wrong for you to say, what quantity of soybean do you trade in a month? Then you write, after the dash, you write the unit you want. Like for my own sake, I can write kg. So that even if you are trading in Mudu, for instance, if my numerator or myself that I'm coming to meet you face to face, I'll be able to know what is the measure, how many kg are in a mudu, so that I can now say, if you deal with 10 mudus, I'll be able to say, okay, it's 20 kg, so that I'll convert it, so that the work will be accurate. Because it will be wrong for you to come back from field, and then you will see somebody writing 30 bags. The other one will write 20 basins. If it's rice, some people will write 10 tins. Some people will write mudu. Mudus are different. There is the green mudu, there is the Nigerian mudu. So all these things, these are the things that will bring irregularities to your work, and they will bring error, so that by the time you finish the work will not be accurate as it's supposed to be. It will not be valid. It will not be accurate again. So it's good for you to choose an appropriate method. Or if I know that in that place, in that market I'm going, the only thing they use is tin, like tin of rice. I'll put tin because I know that everybody uses tin, or highest cup. Am I making a point?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you can see how the appropriate method.
We're hearing you.
Camp, as majority of you will do work on IDP camps and all that, and then we want to sorry for that. I don't know whether it's from me, from my end, but can you hear me now?
Yes, you can hear you now.
Yes, ma'am. We can hear
Hello.
You can hear you, ma.
Hello, class.
Hi, ma.
Hello, ma.
Hello,
We are
Hi.
with you.
We can hear you.
We are with you. We are with you.
Sorry.
We can hear.
Okay, can you hear me now? Please, can somebody talk so that I will know whether you can hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
we are with
ma'am.
you,
We
ma.
can hear you.
Sorry
ma, we can hear
for
you.
what you are seeing. I don't know whether it's from me. My network is yes, but it keeps going and coming.
I see you, but your screen is not coming up now.
Okay, okay, so sorry for that. So I was saying something. Hello.
Hello, ma. The screen is
Yes.
not showing
Yeah,
your face.
we
It's
can,
just showing halfway.
Can you see my the screen?
the
Okay,
slide is
sorry.
not,
Let me show this.
No.
the slide is not up yet.
Wait till you press it first.
Okay, sorry. Can you see the screen now?
Yeah,
Can you see
Yes,
the screen
ma.
now?
Yes,
can
ma.
see.
So, I was saying,
The slide is
huh?
no issue now, ma. Go on. Thank you.
Okay.
No issue. No
Okay,
issue now.
okay, thank you. So I was trying to say that you want to go to IDP camp. Maybe you are studying about their standard of living or their trauma management, how they manage their trauma. And in one of your questions, one of the questions to ask is, how do you cope with the situation here? All right, that could be a question. And then maybe there is a close-ended that you provided option for them. I can easily cope. I can't cope. I am finding it very difficult. I am being exhausted and all that. So, and when you come to put it in your work, to code it in your work, just like I said, or how effective, you ask them a question, maybe some NGOs went to them with an intervention, and you are asking them how effective is that intervention, for instance, and the options are there: very effective, effective, not effective, to Akoso. Please, let's be one house. Okay, so the options are there for them because it's like it's a qualitative data that you're collecting. So how effective is this intervention? That's your question in your questionnaire. And they're answering you, some effective, some very effective, some will say undecided, some will say not effective, or not very effective. And then you are coming back to code it so that you can put it in your spreadsheet for analysis. And you are saying, you are coding it that the person that say very effective is scoring 0 or 1 because it's the first one. So you assume that the first one should be given 1. So somebody that is said the intervention is very effective, you are giving the person 1 mark. The person that says the innovation or the intervention is just effective, you are giving the person 2. Then the person that says that the thing is not even at all effective in any way, you give the person 5. Are you seeing that you have brought, or you have already brought error into your measurement? You have already introduced error into your measurement because you don't use the appropriate method, or you didn't capture the responses very well. So there are so much to say about this, choosing the appropriate method. But the best bet is for you that if it's something that has unit, always write the unit for them. Like when you say number, average annual income, please put Naira for them at the end so that they will know that you are asking them about money, about the money they receive or the money that gets into their hand in a month or in a year. When you're asking like age, you can give them that and say year so that they will know that their responses will be in year. So when you use the units like that, when you're asking about something in bags, you put the unit of measurement, or something quantity, you put the unit of measurement. It helps to guide the respondents on the answers that they will give you. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that okay? Okay, so the next point on how to ensure validity is to use appropriate sampling methods. While by tomorrow we'll be dealing with sampling and sampling technique, sampling methods in full, so that you will be able to know what the whole thing about sampling. But the highest thing I can say here is that when you are not when you have not chosen the right people that will give you the right data that you need, you have already introduced error into your work, into your research. You are meant to go and sample people in IDP camps. And maybe when you get there, for convenience, you didn't see them, or they were busy, nobody's attending to you. Just like when I go to market survey and they are giving me all manner of excuses, okay, I should just turn around and enter people's houses and collect the same data that is meant for people that are business people in the market, and start asking them about, because I needed to feel it from people. You have already introduced error. So your sampling is very important, just like we'll see tomorrow. You don't just give anybody, you don't just take anybody you see as your respondent. Before you go to the field, you have already determined who your respondents are and the sampling method you are going to use to get to the respondents. So you don't just, you see cases of, like for my own case, when I went to the market, if I want to talk to them and they refuse, I will just stand maybe at the entrance of the market. Anybody I see, please, can you answer my question? I say, yes, okay, please come and answer. Even the one that the person knows. So at the end, what will we achieve by that? The whole thing will be a mess. So by that, the accuracy of the work is already at stake, because it's not the right people that should answer the question. It's not your right respondent in anything just to fill in the gap, just to ensure, like undergraduate students, when you ask them to go to the field, they just go to their classmates in the hostel from one room to another, and this is data that is supposed to be meant for rice farmers, and then they are collecting it in their hostel from people that don't even know anything about rice farming. So that is a way of making your research instrument not to be valid. So if you want it to be valid, you know your sample, your respondents, and let them be the ones that will be your respondents in true fact. Not that you go and get anybody and then just help me and fill this work. So, well, there is let me give you this instance. I went to Abuja. Hello, I hope you are listening.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we are.
Yes, I went to
Yes, we are.
Abuja on a national assignment. That one was it was a nationwide thing. We had to collect data on rice farmers, and the way they structured it, I am to take, yours sincerely, your lecturer here, I'm to take the whole of Abuja. Yeah, it was even then I was like, Abuja people too, they farm rice. But when you go to Abaj, you go to all these interior places, you see that they farm rice more than Benue. I don't know whether they are more than, but that's what I saw, because I was surprised. So I was to sample the rice farmers in Abuja. So when I got there, they told me that because I cannot go to all those interiors and start doing it one by one. When I am to sample 1,000 respondents, you know how tedious that would be. How many will I sample in a day if I am to do it on my own one by one? So that's why I keep on talking about enumerators. So I had to train some ADP staff to help me to go to those interior because they are conversant to the area, the terrain, and then to hook up with the farmers and collect those data for me for the work. So I don't know why I chose Abuja. My husband was in Abuja then. That was what informed me to choose Abuja. If not, the kind of money I spent there, those ADP staff, they collected money for me, like, because they are already, you see them, they come with their cars, very big men. So, and then you know how it is in this country. Their own is just to look for who is bringing contracts to collect and share. To do the work is not their problem. They won't do. So I thought, the enumerators, because you have to train them before you use any enumerator. Please ensure that you train them so that they will give you what you want or close to what you want. So I was training them, and the process as I was training them, I was able to know who was following actually and who was not following by mere looking. Although I am teaching you now because you are far away, I may not see those that are not following. But if I'm in a class, physical class, I know people that I can say, yes, this one is following me. So I kept on asking that woman, are you not, you're not following? She says she's following, but I know that she's not following. And then there's one other man that looks like he's their coordinator. So when I finished the whole training, I asked them to go to the field, do the work, and come and give me. I paid them heavily that time for the how many questionnaires I give them. Each of them, they were 11 or 12 of them. I paid them more than 30-something thousand. Though that year it's not now that money has no value. So all the money they paid me, almost all the money finished there because I had to pay them well. I was thinking as I pay them well, they will deliver. So for my story, one day I was coming to ADP just to come and see one or two persons and greet them and go. Because what we do is to go and monitor them. We'll monitor one person today. Tomorrow we'll go to another site like that to see what they were doing, whether they were actually doing the work. So one day I came back to ADP in Abuja there in their office, and I saw something that looks like my questionnaire with one girl wearing a copper uniform. I went close. I said, what are you doing? He said, one man. The girl doesn't know who I was, so she was just being plain. And one man gave me this thing to fill for him. He said I should be copying. He just carried one copy and gave the core member and asked her to be duplicating. And that was my work that I paid you heavily. So when I didn't even know when I busted, I said, who gave you that this thing is the work I paid for, that this thing is supposed to be filled in the field, not on the. Before I know, the girl quickly packaged everything, packed her things, packed her bag, and started going. So I controlled myself, and that was how I went and confronted that man that seems to be their leader. I said, what's happening? Why did you do like that? Do you know? To cut the long story short, when I came back, I was the one to do the analysis. And that man's part, the man's own part, was the one that gave me the toughest time, because he just carried one questionnaire, duplicating it. Just wait. So the for me to arrange that work took me time because it's the same thing. One person for the whole of the 20 questionnaire that I gave him is the same thing, the same variable, nothing, no difference. So you can see that he has already introduced error for me. And I had to call the man. When I was in Makurdi, I had to call the man. I said, why did you do like this? What did you do? Of course, the man started telling me, do you know the degree I have? Do you know what I do? Why are you saying I cannot do this one? This I said, I'm not saying that you cannot do, but look at the problem is giving me trying to analyze it. How can the same, you can tell me there are 100 farmers, all of them, they have the same age. Is it possible? The same 100 farmers, they have the same number of people in their house. They use the same number of chemicals for their rice and all that. So this is just to tell you how these things can introduce error. So when you are doing this thing, the sampling matters. Who you have taken to be your respondent should be your respondent. Not that you should just go to a corner and get whoever you want and say yes. So another way to ensure validity is to consult with your key stakeholders, like old-time researchers or supervisor or seminar coordinator or readers. There are people that can help you to ensure that it has passed the validity stage, to ensure that they are accurate. When you take your questionnaire to your supervisor, for instance, which I know that some of you may not have time to do, because by the time they rush you, you just tell your supervisor, I'm already in the field. Your supervisor will not have time to come and check whether what you are taking to the field will actually capture what will help you to analyze your work. It's very good for you to consult, especially your questionnaire, your research instrument. Before you go to the field, make sure that at least your supervisor, even if you are not giving others. Hello. Hello, class. Hello, can you hear me still? It's not yet time now, so I don't know why this noise.
Can hear you, ma.
So ensure that.
Yes, ma. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Thank you. That before you go to the field, before you go to collect data, let your research instrument be scrutinized, be checked for proper validity from your supervisor at least. If you have other people that can help you check again, let them check, let them cross-check, and ensure that you collect data from the real people, not that you go and collect anyhow from the roadside, data that are supposed to collect from a farmer or from IDP camp or from a displaced person. You go and collect from someone that is sitting in his house and enjoying AC, and then you say, at the end, you say there is error. So these are the things that will bring inaccuracy to your data. So to ensure that, you have to follow these few things that I've highlighted. I don't know whether there's a question, so that at least I can introduce this one before we go. Or we can end here. Which one?
Okay, ma. As the lecture was fluctuating, I was able to follow just how to ensure validity, to choose appropriate method, to use appropriate sample. And then I don't know whether you introduce another one. Thank you.
No, the other one I said is to ensure that your supervisors, I mean supervisors now, your co and your major, whether if the key stakeholders I'm saying is like that one I did, I was telling you that I went to Abuja. There are people that are key stakeholders, or you are doing work for an NGO. They should see the research instrument you are going to use. So those are your key stakeholders. They should ensure that what you have will be able to get what they want. I hope that is clear.
Yes, ma.
Okay. So your key stakeholder in this your thesis, should your major key stakeholder should be your supervisors. So they should scrutinize and ensure that what you have will be valid for your research work. So that's the point I have just made. That's the third one I included. Is that okay?
Yes, ma, it's fine.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Okay. So is there any question? Or do we end it here so that tomorrow we can start with sampling?
Yes, ma, it's almost time. 4 minutes, so we can end it here.
Okay.
Yes, ma, we can end it here.
So tomorrow we'll end the class, but we're ending it with sampling methods, the types, the techniques, the examples, and all that. So we have so much to enjoy tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be fun. Please come early. Let's finish it so that my colleague can handle you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you, ma. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
God bless you, ma. God bless you.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you.
Have a lovely day.
So much, ma.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Yes.
Thank you, ma.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wish
See
you
you
safe,
tomorrow,
ma.
ma. Thank you.
Fine, is there any announcement?
Any announcement?
Class review reminds the doc to give us the slide for this lecture as soon as it's done by tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, there's an announcement.
Class rep.
Yes.
Class rep, I feel that I think you should be handling this thing. Everybody keeps talking at the same time. I think that we're wasting our own time ourselves. So I think we should. So the person that is controlling the class should be doing this thing. When there are too many people talking, you put off people. Then when they stop talking, then you can put them on again. At least some few, so that people can do this thing. If not, we are only wasting our time when everyone is talking at the same time.
Okay, and thank you,
brother.
Ted. Thank you, Ted.
It's
I
a
also hope that you also always remember to off your mic as well, so that all of us always remember to off our mics. So there's an announcement for those of us who are in Makodi. If you can, please, let's remember to visit our course mate today in her residence on Boko Road. I will give more details in the WhatsApp group. So let's just end here and concentrate on the WhatsApp group. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you,
Welcome
class rep. Can you
development.
please re-emphasize
Hello.
the assignment given,
Hello.
please?
Hello.
Hello, course rep. You talk
Ibrahim.
about WhatsApp group, and some of us we don't know whether we are on the WhatsApp group or not. We are not seeing any WhatsApp group. So is it the department WhatsApp group you are talking about, or which one?
Students were listening.
So
Is it Jiba talking?
I've made that announcement. I've made that
Student,
announcement
which
here
one?
constantly.
WhatsApp now.
Which one is student WhatsApp?
Jiba.
Yeah, it's Jig, but it is talking now. Before it was Takwe that was talking. It's Jig, but it is talking now. Yeah.
Who is not on the platform?
I don't know the platform you are talking about.
Takwe Samuel Hifan. Takwe Samuel Hifan is not on the
Samuel, you're the one that you're saying you're not on the student group, right?
Yes.
He is the
there
one.
are some people that are not there.
I don't know any group for students because I have never seen it. That's why I keep on asking you this question.
Takwe no kwara. No kwara.
Takwe, can you drop Can you drop your phone number through the chat? Then I'll copy, then add you up to the group.
I
Drop
even
your
send
number
my
now
number.
on this chat room. Drop that your WhatsApp number on this chat group now. I'll copy it, then I'll add you to the student group.
Takwe, do you follow?
Good afternoon.
Takwe, are you still there?
Are you still there? Yeah.
It's like Takwe left. Oh.
Like he left.
Stop talking again.
Okay, guys. So what will happen is this.
I am still around.
Anybody who is
Okay, Takwe is still around. You can listen to him.
Takwe, drop your phone number that you're on WhatsApp to this chat on Zoom right now. I'll copy it, then I'll add it to the student group.
Takwe, don't forget to come for that Boko Road. Come for that Boko Road.
Come on, do what? What am I coming to do?
You're in Makodi now, Takwe.
One of our mates is
no,
bereaved
don't
now.
say it here. Don't
One
say
of
it
our
here.
mates is bereaved. He lost.
Don't say it here, please.
Okay, sorry. It's okay. I want my friend Takwe to be very, very important.
All right, Takwe, I've copied the number.
Any other person?
Okay,
Do you have
Takwe
any
has
other
not
person
been
like that?
Takwe has not been following.
What's the address of the cost? What's our address now?
I said
Takwe
I'll
has
post it
not
on the
been
WhatsApp
following
group.
what
Please,
is happening there.
the host will end this
It's
meeting.
confidential.
The host
Thank you,
should
host.
kindly end this meeting, please. We'll continue on our WhatsApp group.
Ibrahim, is Ibrahim there?
Not Ibrahim
Is Ibrahim?
again.
No, Ibrahim. Teso.
Sorry. I don't know the address where we are supposed to meet. Whether it's at teaching hospital.
We
Whether
will
it's at,
share it on the WhatsApp group, please.
On the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
So please end the meeting.
End the meeting. So end the meeting by exiting. Once you're leaving with all of us.
You can see my number, Baba.
Yes, I've digged out the number.
Okay.